A quick disclaimer. This Wuthering Waves tier list is based on my opinion. I base my opinions on the Resonator showcases I've seen, videos that content creators posted, and just appearances overall. If you do not agree with my opinions, feel free to let me know where your favorite Resonators should be standing on this tier list. I will try to read all your comments and maybe even reply to some of yours. Now, without delaying the video any further, let's go to the actual tier list. Hello everyone, welcome to this tier list of Wuthering Waves, the game that a whole lot of you are actually very excited about, including me of course. I've been following this game for over a year now, and I couldn't be more stoked as of now, considering the release date is coming very close. It's less than a week from now, and I can't say that, I am just so excited. I am at loss of words of how excited I am. So, to start this channel off, and to start off on a good foot and everything in general, let's see my opinions on where I decide to put all of these characters in the tier list. And they even added a new Resonator who's supposedly gonna be a new limited banner. I saw a video of someone who was kind of like analyzing who could be the new limited banner after Yinlin. And I forgot her name already, but I believe it was something with a C. But there were also some rumors about a guy who was general before Jian and Jinshi, I believe, was also a possible new character to be able to play as. But those are all speculations. I'm not sure if it's true, but I guess we'll have to see who will become the new limited banner once Yinlin is over. So now I want to head straight into filling up this tier list, and I will probably also give you my reasoning why I put them there. And as I said in the quick disclaimer, you're free to be disagreeing with where I put who, where, and just let me know in the comments, and I will read and see why you disagree with my opinions. But if you agree with me, you are also free to place that in the comments, and I will definitely like that comment, because that way shows me that I am not entirely wrong. So let's start this video. Well, I guess we're gonna start with the male and female rover, the MCs of the game. Well, I've seen a lot of videos, and, well, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, they're pretty good, and they are basically able to clear the whole game. So, in my opinion, considering of how good they look and how strong they are at least A tier. And I put the female first because, well, I'm a female myself, and I'm obviously going to play the female rover, so yeah, that's why I put her above the male rover. You're still free to disagree with this, but that's my opinion, like I said. So yeah, let's head to Chisha. I hope I pronounce her name right. I mean, I've been pronouncing her name like this the whole time, ever since I got to know her name, so I hope I don't butcher any of the names. Anyways, yeah, Chisha, I haven't seen that much of her, but from what I did see, she's fun to play as, but I don't see myself maining her or anything, or playing her often. So, in my opinion, I'm kind of unsure whether to put her B or C, but I guess I would be putting her in C+, mainly because I liked her appearance in CBT1 way more. I'm not saying I have anything against redheads or anything in general, but yeah, I am a little bit let down of her new appearance. But hey, that's my opinion once again, and she's still fun to play as, don't get me wrong. But to me, she deserves a C+, so I'll leave her here for the time being, at least. Maybe, once I get to play the game, because I wasn't invited to any of the CBTs because of where I live, so that's kind of, well, shitty actually, but it's fine. I got over it. I was a bit hurt, but I'm over it. I mean, I never get any access to gacha games, so it's kind of anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked so much, so let's go on to Yang Yang. Well, I do have to say, I do like her ultimate. I really do like it. So I also feel like it's a very strong ultimate. I have seen people putting her on S tier, and I believe that she would be, you know, viable on S tier. But I don't see her as an S tier just yet. So the most I could give her would be an A+. So I'll put her above the female rover. And also appearance-wise, she looks very pretty. I do love the feathery hair that she has. And yeah, she's just very pretty and very sweet overall as personality-wise. So yeah, I really and definitely like the character. Now, Verena. Well, I've heard a lot of good and bad things about her. I don't know why. The bad things being that people say you have skill issues if you pull for her, or you're a bitch if you pull for her, or any other bad reason really. But the good reasons were that she's broken AF, and well, that she would pretty much strengthen any comp you have in mind. And well, people may start calling me a bitch now, but I decided to pull Verena. I was having a hard decision between Verena and Encore, but since Encore has a hard time parrying, I'd rather have Dungeon as my main DPS and put Verena on the side as a healer support, because I don't think I'll let my healer support parry anything, so that will not be a problem. So yeah. But besides that, I'm choosing Verena, and I'm basically having her as my favorite and comp option for the way she looks, her attacks, the way she, like, the way her attacks look like even. And she's just really adorable. And people say that if you use her for healing or buffs, you're a bitch. And I'm like, no, I want her because I want to play as her. I see myself exploring the world as Verena. I saw Stepperer do it, and I really enjoyed seeing her run around, doing puzzles and that kind of stuff. It was really adorable. So I see myself running around as Verena in Solaris 3. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing that. But besides that, well, I don't know what tier people put Verena. I feel like she's a very strong support / healer. So I want to put her S tier, but I'm not entirely sure about that. For now, I'll just put her above Yang Yang because she's really A+. Maybe later on for me she will become S tier, maybe also for others. But for now she'll be S, like A+, and not an S, sadly. But maybe in the future she will be. Now, Sanhua. Well, I've seen her Resonator showcase. I really love her voice actor. The voice is like really beautiful. But also her background story is very interesting. And I just love ice characters. I love them. They may not be my favorite because my favorite element is mostly Electro, which, for example, are Yinlin, Kalkro, and Yuanwu and stuff. But besides that, I feel like Sanhua deserves a spot behind Yang Yang. Yeah, I feel like she deserves a spot behind Yang Yang. I don't see anyone as an S tier yet, maybe later on. So yeah, so far S, B, and D are empty. But I don't think I'm going to put anyone in D. Why? Because I look at this tier list and at the characters with a general eye, and they're all my opinions, and I love all the characters, even if I decide not to play some of them, because I'm not really a male character player, I am more of a female character player, so I don't see myself touching any of the males in the game. But I wouldn't exactly mind it if I pulled any of them. It would still be nice to have them, but I don't see myself using them often or at all, so... But they will still get an honest review from me, and that brings me to Yanwu, who I'm not going to play, because he's a male character. So yeah, he has a very cool design, and I read a bit of his background story. He's like a gym boss or something, and he's pretty good at martial arts himself, and his attacks look pretty flashy and pretty cool, and because of that I will put him B tier. And no, I'm not putting him B tier because he's a male or anything. This is just my honest review, my honest opinion to what I feel like he deserves. I haven't seen that much of him, which is probably also the reason why I'm putting him B tier. But he's a very good character nonetheless, whether I'm a female character player or not. And yeah, I just feel like he deserves B tier. And once again, you're free to disagree with me. And then also, if you disagree, please let me know in the comments why. That would be very helpful to me, at least. So, Baiji, our second healer. I really love how her ult heals the whole party, if I remember correctly or recall correctly. Because I'm not sure if that is what her ult does. But I did understand that one of her skills heals the whole party. I could be wrong. It could just be the character you're switching out or anything. But even though that, she's a very, very, very pretty character. I really love her new design. I love the way she looks. I love her personality. She's a very pretty character. So I would say, since I'm a sucker for support and healers, I would put her behind Verena. Now we come to Encore. Oh, I loved her Resonator showcase. I loved it so much. It really shows how cute she is, and it really shows how powerful she is, and it really shows that she doesn't need an adult to survive the wilderness or anything. Yes, Alto is her companion because they're both part of the Black Shores, but even though that, I think she can handle herself in a fight. So, because since I was actually very unsure whether to go for Verena or Encore, I will have to put her behind Verena because I was so unsure whether to go for her or Verena. But in the end it became Verena, and yeah, I think I'll stick to Verena for the time being, but I wouldn't be opposed to pulling for Encore as well. I heard that she was very hard to pull in the CBT, but some people they actually managed to get her. So kudos to them. But anyway, now we go to Tauchi, the big boobed girl that everyone calls her out for her appearance, and yeah, I guess I can see why. I can see why, but I don't feel like pulling her because of her appearance. I feel like pulling her because she uses a greatsword, and that's just pretty cool. The only downside is that a greatsword is obviously very slow, so that's like a minor thing. But I would say I give her, yeah, I think behind Sunhwa. I feel like she's A tier as well. I haven't really thought of an S tier yet, and since I haven't done a tier list privately for myself yet, this is like completely raw, so it can still change in the course of the days. So yeah. Now Dungeon, who's gonna be my main DPS, even though some people may have said she isn't a main DPS. and Yang Yang is instead, well, Yang Yang is more of a sub DPS, I believe. But even though that, I actually do sincerely feel like she deserves an S tier. That's just how I feel like. She is so OP, she's so cool. I love her appearance, I love her attacks. She's just, all in all, she's the perfect character. I love her. Like, I really pull her above Verena. Like, she's chef's kiss. Now, Alto. I saw his show, Resonator Showcase. And I do have to say that he's a very funny character. He loves to play jokes. He has humor in everything he says. And he just knows that he's, like, in popular demand. And I can tell why. Because of his intel always being right on the spot. So I can understand that Black Shores wanted him for his intel gathering. Even if I'm not gonna play him, I love him a lot. So I'm not gonna put him in B or C tier. I actually love his personality, the way he looks, and the way his attacks look like. So I'm gonna put him behind Tauchi. Mortefi, well, I'm not a big fan of him. So, yeah, I haven't also seen much of him. But even though his attacks look very cool, I will put him before Chisha. Ling Yang, well, I do have to say, his Resonator Showcase was amazing. I loved it so much, and I even loved the OST that they were playing all the time. Especially when he was redoing his solo for the lion dancing. Oh, the song and the lyrics. Holy, that was so good. And come on, who doesn't like a semi-tiger boy, right? I've seen a lot of people reacting to Ling Yang's Resonator Showcase, and a lot of people loved him and wanted to play as him, and I can see why, because who doesn't want a character who can literally hop on poles in the air with a lion head on their head and then still kick the enemy's ass, you know? That's just so adorable and so cool and so badass. Like, Ling Yang is a must-have for everyone who likes a semi-furry person. I do love his hair, by the way, too. I would say I give him a spot in front of Yang Yang because he's a very adorable character. I love him. Now, I feel like Jian deserves S tier without any question because his ult is just super duper cool and he looks hot AF and he's just... I saw a bit of his side quest, like this character introduction thing in the game. And I feel like his story is kind of sad. But it also gives you more of an understanding why he is the way he is. And I really appreciate that of him. He's not scared to show his emotions, but sometimes, obviously, in the line of work, he has to. So, yeah, I have a big emotional understanding for him. Now, the girl that I was talking about that I saw so far one content creator cover was this girl. That's her name started with a C. I don't exactly really remember what he said about her, but she was having a different kind of look before. And then she got a revamp when it comes to appearance. There's not much known of her. So I feel like I can't give her an S tier even though I want to. Or an A tier rather. I was actually meaning to give her an A tier. But since we don't know much about her, I'm gonna give her a spot before Yuanwu. Come on, let me do that. Okay, thank you. Because, yeah, like I said, we don't know much about her, and she might become a playable Resonator in the future, but we don't know that yet. Not much has been given free about her. Maybe some data miners can find something about her, But so far, we do not know a lot about her. And also, if someone still remembers her name, please let me know in the comments. It's kind of annoying to just call her by the name C, because I know it started with a C. It was some kind of flower name, I recall, or it sounded like a flower name-ish kind of name. But anyway, Yinlin, our mommy, our favorite for everyone. Well, I do love her, but I'm not loving her because of her appearance. I love her appearance. That goes without saying. I'm just saying I don't choose her because of other people's opinions. I choose her because her attacks are very awesome. And she's Electro. And like I said, Electro is my favorite element. So I will put her behind Dungeon. And why not in front of Dungeon? Well, my decision is because Dungeon is still superior, and I don't know really how strong Yinlin is, but I don't see her as the main DPS. I see her more as a sub DPS, so if I do manage to pull her in the game, she will definitely enter my comp, but as a sub DPS, and Dungeon will just stay main DPS for me. Until I will come across another main DPS new Resonator, and maybe they'll become my new main, but we'll have to see about that. Now, Calcro, I don't know how you pronounce that. I pretty much butcher his name all the time, because first it's Kakarot, then people call him Sephiroth, and then it's Culturo. I don't even know. Anyway, because he's Electro, he deserves a higher spot than any other character, in my opinion. But I will still put him A tier, even though he's super strong. At least I feel like, and from what I've seen, he is. I do not find him better than Ling Yang, so I'm gonna put him in front of Yang Yang. Oh, jeez. I have one character left, and so many have got the A spot, and not a single one has given D, which I actually already said before that I wasn't gonna give any character a D because they're all freaking cool in their own freaking way. So, Junction, probably butchered her name as well, but I don't care because every content creator I came across who is not familiar with Chinese names butcher her name. Same for Baiji, so yeah, you know, you don't have to tell me in the comments that I butchered their names. It's obvious that I did. Even though I grew up in a Chinese neighborhood, but I'm not Chinese, so obviously I have a hard time correctly pronouncing Chinese names. But anyway, Junction is pretty cool. That goes without saying. It's just, I will not choose her for comp. Maybe if I decide to do any of the endgame content, since you'll need to have more than one character and more than one comp. So she will definitely end up in one of the comps, but I do not really like the fact that her attacks are kind of slow. Slow as in it takes a very long time to really use her ultimate, and she needs to cultivate a lot of chi before she can do that. So yeah, I don't know where to put her. I will definitely put her in A, but I don't know where exactly on A. I do feel like male rover and female rover deserve a higher spot, but I don't want to put Alto as a A-, so I'm just gonna leave them here, I guess. Yeah, Junction, I think I put her behind Alto. Yeah, that's my decision. I put her there, fully aware that people are going to disagree with me. I know. Don't hate me for this, please. But yeah, this is my ultimate list. I feel like I am giving a lot of characters a bad name by putting most of them in A, while they maybe even deserve an S. But I do think that people are happy that I at least gave Yinlin an S because, yeah, it's Yinlin, our mommy. We need our mommy, right? So maybe some people call Culturo their daddy, but to me, that's definitely, without a doubt, John. But hey, everyone has their own preference, right? So these are mine. And, you know, I do not disagree with my tier list. And I actually enjoy making this. And if you like more videos of me, maybe even playing the release of the game, or just in general, or want me to react to videos, please let me know. And yeah, I will see what I can do for you. Have a nice day wherever you are in the world, and see you next time.